Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, February 13th, and a little bit of bad news. I guess I completely botched my keyboard techniques assignment, which essentially was using different modes. So if you know the standard minor and major modes, those have actually special names that I won't get into, and there's a whole bunch of different modes that essentially change the feeling of your music. Definitely some advanced stuff. I only changed like one note instead of changing the whole chord and all this other stuff. And so anyways, I gotta redo that this morning. That means my stuff didn't get marked. So here we are, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Something I truly don't understand that I need to spend a little more time on is no big deal at this point in the course. Yeah, other than that, I wanted to master a track, but I also have to edit and post an entire week of the vlog. We did do that on purpose because it's the midway checkpoint, so not really a lot to talk about, but it's still gonna take me a fair chunk of time. We're gonna get on that and then see where the day takes us. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, February 14th. Yep, Valentine's Day. Went out for a nice little coffee date with Becca this morning before she goes off to work. Then tonight, I'm gonna cook her a nice steak dinner and we're gonna relax. Yeah, unfortunately I had to redo my keyboard techniques assignment, and keyboard techniques isn't slated to get marked until Tuesday. So since I know we have to write the lyrics for a whole other track for songwriting this week, I'm just gonna get started on that today. I also have a very, very important business meeting tomorrow. We're talking like potential manager thing going on. Not sure, it's just somebody who's in the industry who already manages some other artists, and I'm gonna have a chat with them, see how we connect, see how things go. I've had a few very important meetings recently, and honestly, if anything, it's just experience of how to navigate the industry. Like, I had a big meeting with a publishing company a few weeks ago, and it didn't really go anywhere, but now I have the experience of going through that and talking with them and seeing what they're looking for in an artist, and the next time an opportunity like that comes up, I'll be that much more prepared. So yeah, we always got work to do in the studio, but it looks like we're gonna be behind this week, which kind of sucks, but it's the last freaking level of the online program. Things are chaotic, but we're going hard for the last quarter of school. All right, we're gonna get to work writing this new song. Good afternoon and welcome back to Mental Health Monday. So today I wanted to continue a thought that I had last week. And that essentially is to, rather than attach to what it is you're doing, the product, the end result, attach to a deeper meaning behind what you're doing. So for me, my artist mantra is the message is connection. Everything I do is rooted in that mantra. Now this year, I've decided to have a theme. My theme for 2022 is balancing effort with ease, which is a term that I learned in yoga. And so we need to push ourselves, but we need to understand our limits. And so there's a lot of great examples that this saying, this theme of the year, can transfer over with music. So in the music industry, as we know, submitting music to labels, getting tracks signed, all that stuff, it's a bit of a nightmare to navigate. They really, really like the track. They're obviously going to sign it, but so much has to align. That person's got to have had their coffee, not just gotten a fight with their partner. There's just so much going on behind the scenes, and I don't take it personally anymore, but it's like balancing effort with ease. So I'm the one who needs to do the work. I need to submit these tracks to labels, or I need to decide if I'm going to self-release them. Part of this for me is I've placed a lot of my faith or a lot of my energy into relationships that just weren't there, whether that was somebody who owns a label or runs a label or whatever the case is. And so I'm coming back to what is within my power to do. And that having that awareness, I'm just not going to put my energy into that stuff anymore. I don't know how this will come across, but one of those big examples is in the place that I live, the kind of music that I make and trance and stuff like that, it's not really supported. It's not popular here, but I have wasted a lot of energy essentially trying to kind of force myself into gigs and other events and stuff. And it usually just didn't work out because it's not the right fit. And so a part of me attached to that outcome. And I felt really bummed out. I felt down. I felt like, well, I'm working hard. And it was like a reflection of me. And that's just not true. And that's why I need to remind myself of these mantras, of these themes for the year, because they allow me to attach to a greater purpose than not getting that gig or getting a no from a label. That stuff seems so much smaller when I know that my heart's in the right place and the music that I'm making stands for what I believe in as an artist and as a person. I hope that elaborates on what I was talking about last week. I don't think it needs to be all that deep. Like, I heard that yoga saying, and now boom, that's my theme of the year. You know, the message is connection. I don't even know where that came from, but I just love it. It's simultaneously straightforward, but also you could really unpack what that means. So yeah, that's my advice to you. I hope it helps. And that'll be it for Mental Health Monday today. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 15th, and we just got in from yoga. I'm feeling really, really good this morning. Yoga was great. We got something amazing going on. We got a meeting, or we should have a meeting, I don't know how it's gonna go, with someone who, I don't know, could end up being maybe my manager. It's very exciting. I mean, I haven't really talked to them, so I don't really know how it'll go. This is just kind of the introduction part of this potential future relationship. But I really admire this person and what they've done. So who knows? But that's coming up real quick. And yeah, it's Tuesday. We still haven't got the classes unlocked. Unfortunately, I don't know how this happened. This is like the one time this has ever happened, is that we got a class that wasn't going to be marked until today. Sometime. I don't know. Most of the time I pay attention to that, and in this particular case it was a music theory, keyboard techniques project, and I just completely botched what I needed to do. And it's level 6. You know we're all over the place this level because we got a lot going on. I'm probably going to work really hard today. Need to do my mentor track. As soon as those lessons are unlocked, need to get into those. All right, let's get to work. Welcome back to the latest ever episode of Sunday Fun Day on a Wednesday. We're falling apart the last level. No, not really. Things out of our control. The fact we had to go back, relearn some of the stuff from music theory, it's all good. So let's just get right into Unit 7 of Level 6. Unit 7, Riff-Based Writing, Secondary Harmony, Publicity. Starting off with songwriting. In this lesson, you will explore what a riff is and how it can inspire songwriting, the call and response created between vocals and riffs, the importance of tone in riffs, basic melodic and rhythmic contrapuntal considerations. Next up, keyboard techniques. In this lesson, you will learn about secondary harmony and how to interject secondary dominant, subdominant, and supertonic chords into your progressions. Pushing forward back into music business. In this lesson, you'll explore the topics of publicity and public relations, what publicity is and what a publicist does, best practices for working with blogs, radio, and other media outlets, the importance of having a story and how to effectively pitch yourself, taking a DIY approach to promoting your music. And then, as we do, we end with a keys playing assignment. Alright, well, it's already Wednesday, and so that means we need to finish all these lessons so we can do our Wednesday vlog segment. The unfortunate thing is, we've got a hair appointment coming up at 3 p.m. So we really do have our work cut out for us. Luckily, I knew we were going to have to write another song, so I got a really big head start on that. But yeah, a lot of lessons to go through, and obviously going to be quite a few assignments. Let's get to work. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Wednesday midweek check-in. How am I feeling this week? Honestly, I'm feeling rushed, a little bit overwhelmed, but we are on track. We did all of the lessons. There were 21 modules in Unit 7 of Level 6. We've done all the classes, we've just handed in one of the assignments, and we're almost done another one. I knew that there was going to be a catch to this week's songwriting assignment. Let's just get into it. Okay, so what we need to do is, instead of creating the regular chord patterns we've been doing with piano, we only need to create a riff. Now, riffs are super common in rock music. It's essentially that super simple repeating melody you usually hear from an electric guitar. It's super memorable, straight repeating through the whole song, and then usually the vocal will come in and will either complement that or even sing the same notes. We need to do straight riffs through the whole song. We'll see how that's going to go. All right, moving on to keyboard techniques, aka music theory. We learned about some crazy stuff that I barely even can comprehend, and it's some very, very advanced chord theory called secondary harmony. Let me just try to explain it mainly for my own benefit to see if I can, but essentially what this is you can borrow chords from other keys. And so what this does is enables you to kind of accentuate a certain chord in the scale that you're using. Then you pretend for a second that that is the key. You then can go and choose a chord from that pretend new key, and then you go into your original chord progression, rip out one of the chords, put that one in, and then you have yourself a secondary harmony. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you, well, guess what? It barely makes sense to me. But we managed to get the assignment handed in, and I'm hoping that it gets marked tomorrow because I do not want to run into another situation like this week where my stuff doesn't get marked till Tuesday. And obviously I want to see if I did it wrong so I can get a better explanation and do it again. Moving forward, music business. This was all about publicity, press, PR, what a publicist does, what they can do for you, when's a good idea to get one, how much is it going to cost. And essentially what they are is they're kind of a person who goes to bat for you for promoting your tracks. So they'll send your stuff to blogs. They'll try to get you interviews. You know, once you get up there, they're the person who escorts you on the red carpet and shows you what to do. They're essentially like your hype person. They're there to get the media talking about you. So some great insight there for people who don't have experience with that side of things. And it's very, very important. As a producer, if you want to be a full-time touring artist, you need to know this stuff. But yeah, we're about to get started on the keys lesson before we go get this mop done. And we're sitting pretty good. We just gotta keep on pushing. And I think that we should get everything handed in tomorrow that we need to get handed in. So that is the detailed breakdown of everything that we've learned at Icon for Unit 7 of Level 6. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Give the video a like and subscribe. We'll talk to you at the end of the week.